This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Quirky Love Rosee. Woo! I'm not cool enough for Quirky Love Rosee to actually care about me as a channel anymore. So I don't know why I'm on about that. I guess my feelings are hurt because Quirky, if you don't know, she's like super famous now because she's gonna be on an investigation discovery TV show on the 10th. That's coming up in like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And yes, boys and girls, we will be reacting to it. We might not get monetized. that video might not get monetized, but we will be reacting to it. Don't worry, I am getting quite familiar with fighting these freaking copyright things with Jubilee now. Every one of them. I just have a boilerplate argument for why the Jillian Michaels Jubilee videos are are fair use. Look, I talk more in those videos than Jillian does, all right? They're transformative, all right? Anyhow, so what I want to talk about today is what everybody's been talking about of late, is this Big Girls Wanted escaping paradise. Now, I, like most people, did not know that this was spelt pear, like the fruit, dice. So, you know, welcome to my dyslexic hell. This was not fun for me. But you know what? Everyone suffered. So, revenge. But yeah, so if you don't know what paradise is, we're all about to find out together. I don't really know too much about it. I know it's run by a guy named Stefan. I know he's weird. And he's not weird because he's into bigger women. And he's not weird because he has a polyamorous pod that he runs out of his Nevada home that he calls paradise. That is not what inherently makes him weird. He is weird for other reasons that I'm sure the investigation, discovery, the ID show is going to get into. I know that there are allegations against Stefan from some of the former occupants of the paradise, because Stefan will invite women to come and be there. I don't know if he invites other men. I think if he does, they are not big men. He's not into big men. He's into big women. So, you know, go figure. Now, you're pretty much exhausting what I know about Stefan and about paradise. Well, that, and it's out in Nevada. So that's pretty much it. And these allegations have been around for a while now. I'm aware that a lot of his I want to say victims, but for legal sake, I guess I have to say alleged victims I know that they've come out on TikTok, and I know that they've rallied around each other kind of in this supportish kind of a way. But on the other hand, Stefan does have a support group around him who are also very vocal about, no, Stefan's not like this. That's not what paradise is like. So we do have two very vocal sides of the story. I guess that's what we're going to find out on the 10th. Did I know that? Did I realize that this was a story I needed to have in my life? Apparently. So anyway, I need to adjust this. This is driving me nuts. I wanted to play around with my layout a little. My editor's been doing a really cool thing, and I'm not sending this video to my editor, so I'm trying to like replicate it. I don't know how well this is working. Roll with it. I also wanted to have the cat in frame, so roll with it. Roll with it, baby. You know you got it. Well, there you go. It kind of fits with the theme. All right. Anyhow, so surprisingly, why do we in Gorl world even know about this? Why do we even care? This is not the typical Gorl world information. Like, a lot of us are FA adjacent. We do know about FA and BOPO topics because, you know, our girls, most of them have at some point been part of the FA, Hayes, and BOPO movements, or at least, you know, they spout the rhetoric of those movements. So a lot of us are aware of those movements. And if you don't know the acronyms, yes, that I'm spouting off, ask me down below, because they can get me flagged, because God forbid we talk about real world topics. I'm kind of surprised this isn't getting me flagged. It probably will. But yeah, so our girls have all been part of these big women loving groups, FA being one of them, FA being the biggest of them, pun intended. But why? This is not, none of them are active in any of these groups. None of them are, even Anna, who was actually part of, Hayes for a while there, and FA. That's how she built her fame. You know, she left those movements a long time ago, you know, so, well, according to her, she left them a long time ago. So why do we care about this? Why is this hitting our radar? Why do we know? I know I'm the last person on the planet to cover this. Well, one of our girls that tells us that she used to be a queen of this movement. She used to be a founding mother of these movements. She herself carved out a part of this movement with her own bare hands, and also somehow was involved with Paradise. We don't know how, because there's no one knows how she's actually involved, because not only do we not have any stories from her or anyone in her history of her being involved with Paradise, but Paradise, everyone who is involved with Paradise, including Stefan, have all disavowed her. One of our girls is in this trailer because, if you all remember, Rosee took a trip to Las Vegas early this year. Remember when she went to the buffet and decided to spit food out into a napkin like a 3-year-old in public, and then harassed the taxi driver, and then had awkward encounters with a homeless guy, well, 2 homeless guys, and decided to serenade us during the fountain, and then we had the Venetian. Yeah, that trip was very quotable trip to Vegas. Yeah, that trip, apparently, you know what? And there were a handful of people who guessed that it had something to do with Paradise. I don't know if they were guessing this, but there were a handful of people who had guessed that she had gone to Nevada because of something to do with Paradise. So, for those of you who guessed that she had gone to Nevada because of something to do with Paradise, give yourself a gold star, because you were within the ballpark of being correct. The rest of us, I don't really remember what my speculation was. I don't remember. But it wasn't Paradise. I didn't even know Paradise was in Nevada, to be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention. So there you go. She was apparently in Nevada being interviewed for this show, this investigation discovery show, and we don't know why. Let's be honest up front right now. We don't know what Rosee's connection with Paradise is. I just noticed my microphone's picking up some background noise. It's probably the new AC, but it's relatively quiet, so you probably don't hear it too much. But if you do hear it, sorry, it's a little warm today. Well, it's warm in my studio, which has been the complaint. But anyhow, we don't know what Rosie's involvement with Paradise is. Paradise doesn't know what Rosie's involvement with them is. No one seems to know what her involvement with this is, except for Rosie and, I guess, Investigation Discovery. And Rosie is, for once, now keep in mind, we still have roughly 2.5 weeks before this show comes out. Rosie is managing to keep her lips pretty tight, and she did manage to keep her mouth shut about it since Nevada up until now. So maybe she'll be able to keep quiet about it. Now, since this little clip has come out, Rosie has received quite a bit of backlash for a number of reasons, one of which being Rosie just being her typical callous self and, you know, caring more about her own 5 minutes of fame than the fact that one of the members of Paradise passed away very recently. I believe her name was Shay. We'll find out. And, you know, Rosie caring more about how she's being received and how famous she's going to be than, you know, the passing of the woman from the Paradise. Now, this individual was one of the friends of Stefan's, so there's that. But that's typical Rosie behavior. Rosie has a record of making other people's deaths, not joking, about herself. She somehow managed to, I don't know if you guys, many of you do recall Life with Jen. Many of you do recall her. And Rosie is quite famously on record reacting to Mr. Snowflake's, that's Life by Jen, sorry. Mr. Snowflake's, I believe it's a three or 4 part series, which is kind of a memorial-ish to Life by Jen. And Rosie reacted to it post-mortem, obviously. And yeah, it's something. It's something. I want to react to Rosie's reaction to it. It's kind of a hard watch for a lot of reasons. Mostly one of the major reasons is it's a hard watch because Jen had a rough life. And Mr. Snowflake's documentary on it it's good, but I mean it's not happy. It's not happy. I don't know how you would make something like that happy. That's not a criticism to the documentary. It's just the facts of the matter. And then on top of it, Rosie's obnoxious reaction to it and her giving advice and criticism to a dead woman. It's very bizarre. And her one-upping Jen after Jen's been gone for a while. Like, this came out a while after Jen had passed. It wasn't like the week after. It's just very strange. But we will get around to that. And then also there was another well-known FA activist who had passed not long before that, actually. And Rosie decided to take it upon herself to make that woman's passing all about herself. So she has a record. She has a record of this. And now this woman who was attached to Paradise, you know, she passed, and Rosie decided to overshadow that with this. I can't wait. So anyway, right. So that's 14 minutes of me rambling about this. All right. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Yeah. And thank you to people who've been putting up with me while we've been having our struggles with the heat wave that hit Philly, and then the fact that I didn't have AC. It's been fun. Right. So I will be reacting to this, some of this live as well. I just want to have, because not everybody watches my lives, how dare. But I do want to have some of this on record and in general, because I know a little bird watches my shit. So I just want to make it easy for you. So let's watch. I want to do this in a little bit of a stage, in some stages. So I wanted to watch the official trailer for Big Girls Wanted Escaping Paradise. Now, I have a feeling this is going to be fairly critical of Paradise. I know most people are fairly critical. Am I not subscribed to this? I probably should, just for the time being. I know most people are critical of Paradise. I probably am myself, but I don't want to like go in half-cocked. So I do want to leave myself some space for possibly changing my mind, but I have a feeling that's gonna not be necessary. Stefan seems to be, as I stated at the beginning, he's a little weird, and not because of the reasons that I stated before. I don't care that he likes bigger women. I don't care that he runs a polypod or whatever the fuck he calls it. I don't care that he's poly. I really don't. All right. It's the other shit. It's the other stuff that makes him weird, which we'll get into at some point. Probably when this documentary comes out. All right, let's watch this. It's not that long. It's only 1.5 minutes. How long could it possibly take? I'm going to play it at normal speed. Let's go.
I want to feel loved. I want to feel desired. And that's
I like this little floaty doodad. Come on.
not something that happens often.
I swear to God, I thought that was Trisha Paytas with a red wig.
To a fat girl.
I was scrolling on TikTok. This guy holds up a pair of bathing suit bottoms and he says, if you can fit in these, I want you in my pool.
Welcome.
I mean, well, all right. My hair's herring. All right. Hey dude, do you like wild hair?
To paradise.
Stefan's a TikTok creator living in this mansion in Vegas with all these plus-size women.
Everybody deserves to be treated with respect.
But
He's selling a fantasy. You'll be loved here, worshipped like a goddess, but they don't tell you the price that you pay.
You'll be loved here. You'll be worshipped like a goddess. Where did you get that accent? But they don't tell you the price that you'll pay. What price was that be, Rosie? You've never been to paradise. You were never invited, according to Stefan. And Stefan decided to like whip out some receipts. You were never invited, according to him. According to the receipts that he showed, like Stefan apparently published, which I'm hoping we'll get into. Stefan apparently published whole ass conversations between him and Rosie.
you have this older man with women half his age, and that power dynamic is predatory.
He says, this is just a body positive space and I just love fat women, and it's totally innocent when it's totally not.
There was no consent.
Paradise is not a safe and positive place.
This man is a predator. No one deserves to be a victim to him.
He's also like chronically online. Like I'm willing to bet if I go to his TikTok, I think it's like Paradise 1. And I think they've got multiple Paradise TikToks. I'm all willing to bet he's live right now. And it's like 2:20 on May 27th. He's like always live.
He gets off sexually watching people eat and gain weight. It can kill you.
911 emergency. Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Medical. Had it not been for Paradise, she'd be alive today.
I need to finally tell my story.
Are you a dangerous man?
Gulp.
Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise, an ID documentary event. Premieres June 10th on ID.
June 10th. I wonder honestly, like, how popular this particular trailer of theirs has been, just because of, Girl World in general. Because, like, Girl World has been all over this fucking thing, right? Because of Rosee. I think it was Libby who does lives. Libby was saying the day this thing dropped, Rosee's views spiked by 9,000, and like the day after they were still spiking in the thousands. So Rosee got quite, yeah, that's right, ADHD timer. If you don't know, you don't know. Rosee's views were still spiking for a few days after this thing dropped. So Rosee got quite a bump from this. I don't know how many subs she got out of it, but not to be a dick, but YouTube doesn't really care about your subs so much anymore. I mean, they do, but they don't really. They care about eyeballs. So getting a $9,000, getting a 9,000 eyeball bump, view bump, like that makes YouTube notice. So that probably helped her out quite a bit. But I also wonder, like, how that's translating for Investigation Discovery, having a controversial figure like Rosee on their show. So, no, don't get me wrong. Rosie's not going to pull anywhere near the figures that Stefan's going to pull. Because, like I said, that dude's live all the time. I think he just lives online. Like, I think the camera is just always on and he just wanders into the room. So it's crazy. I don't know. I don't understand people who can do that, who can just always be online. Right. So that's the trailer for the video that's coming out on the 10th. And it dropped 6 days ago. So it dropped on the 21st of May. Again, I said today is the 27th. So that happened. That happened. So after that dropped, Rosee decided to go live the day after. So, well, okay, maybe the same day. This is the May 21st still. There's time. Time is wibbly wobbly. So Rosee decided to go live to gloat. To gloat. It was gloating. Rosee wanted to rub it in our faces that she's famous again, you guys. She's famous. She's going to be on a big TV show for the big TV channel. Okay, cool. You're so much better than us, Rosee. Look at you and your big TV show. Your big girl. Big girl on the big TV show. Yeah, so Rosee decided to go live about this publicly. That worked out. So her mods were working overtime, keeping people who were asking real questions out of her chat. Yeah. A lot of questions were, what the hell do you have to do with Paradise? What could you possibly add to the conversation? They were worded, some of them were worded basically nice, like I said. Not a lot of them, some of them were worded a little less politely. But a lot of people were just trying to figure out good God, this has had almost 4K views and it has 82 likes. Whew. Wow. Right, okay. Anyway, so yeah, where was I going with this? Right. So Rosee really was trying to be excited about this. And I mean, I guess you should be excited about this. Like, she's been holding this in since she went to Vegas. I forget exactly when that was, but I feel like it was last year. So she's been really excited about this. It's finally out. She's got a boyfriend. I don't know if you know that, but she's got a boyfriend she can show this off to. I wonder if she told him about it. But she's not been able to talk about it with her audience. So now she gets to rub it in our faces and all of her haters. And again, look how cool she is, you guys. She got interviewed about something that she doesn't have any actual real world experience with. But she still can't tell us anything about it, except that it's going to come out. The dragons are coming, you guys. I promise. So that's basically what this was about. So anyway, we're going to watch a little bit of this. We're not going to watch the whole thing because this whole live was like 2 hours long. I don't think we need to watch the whole thing. We're not going to anyway. I'm going to speed her up. Boop. Boop. We're going to go to... I think we can do this at 1:30. She is a little animated in this one, so I might actually have to slow her down. Because when she's actually animated about things, she talks like a normal person. Oh, yes, and Remy got her a new bracelet. I know, spoilers. I know. It's too small. She really likes her bracelets to, like, choke the shit out of her wrists. And then she wants to bitch about hand pain. My hand pain. Don't wear bracelets that are too small for your hands. It cuts off your circulation. It's a reason I don't wear bracelets. I don't know how to explain this one to you, Rosie. He's my boy. Look at him stretching. You being cute. No, you being cute. He won't quit licking all the fur off of his belly. I can't figure out why. All right, anyway, nothing to do with this. All right, so let's get into this. I think it's funny. Well, you know, her dress is about to fall off of her, so thank you for wearing a bra. That's unusual for Rosie. Ask me how I know. But Rosie usually comes on, if you're not a connoisseur of Quirky, Rosie likes to come on to the camera usually with the poop bun, wearing her Sunday best, with no undergarments, and it's usually very obvious that she's not tamed the girls for the evening. If you've been here for the bitch fest that was, I can't believe people don't like the fact that I wear a bra when I'm at home in the privacy of my own home. If you're on camera streaming live to your audience, it's not the privacy of your own home. That's not privacy anymore. That's an audience, and it's your job. So that argument doesn't work. But anyway, she decided today to dress up. She did her hair. Doesn't look like she did her makeup, but she did her hair. She's cleaned her glasses. That's usually a thing. So, you know, I think it's interesting that today, the day that she is announcing to the world that she is in this ID show, that she is all dressed up. She's wearing her nice yellow dress, which she will tell us later that Mima sewed up for her because Rosie can't figure out how a needle and a thread works. But she's a Southern girl. Rosie's a down-home Southern girl. She doesn't know how to sew with a needle and a thread, but she is a down-home Southern girl who makes frightening biscuits and gravy.
Hey, Lindsay. I am 2 minutes late. Alien Holly, clock that. Hey, Sarah. Hello, G-Bree.
She also likes to appropriate things from other groups. I still don't know what this is. These star things, I don't understand how she does it.
Hello, hello.
Everyone.
Hi. Oh, yeah, Remy's here.
You lagged a little there, honey. Sorry.
Yeah, Remy, how dare you talk? Yeah, Remy's here. I don't know why Remy's here, but Remy's here. We still don't get to see Remy, even though we know what Remy looks like. He's still not allowed to be on camera. He's still regulated. Yeah, sure. He's still forced to be off camera, talking to us through another potato, because Rosie can't be bothered to learn how to get decent sound. She has microphones, and her brother has offered to let her borrow his nice microphones, but yeah.
Oh, I did. Sorry.
How dare you?
I'm here.
Hi, Brooke. Hi, Ali Wally. Hello. We're gonna just wait for people to get in for a second because there's so much to talk about. Hi.
Is there?
Hi, Brittany. Your hair looks so pretty. Thank you. I've been growing it out.
And it's clean today, so. Also, so is mine, which is why it's, doing its thing. Why is it clean hair wants to do, all the crazy shit? Yeah. Rosee is insufferable, especially when she's feeling herself, which she clearly is doing. She's eye-banging herself in the viewfinder, and I will let you guys know that one thing Rosee does that just I personally cannot wrap my head around in any way that allows me to deal with it is she drinks like a toddler. And I'm not even joking. She drinks like a toddler. All of her cups all of her drinking vessels are like sippy cups. Like she drinks like an infant. And I don't understand. She's 34 years old. I don't understand why she hasn't figured out how to drink from a cup with a straw like an adult. And I'm pretty sure it's a Eaterfey thing. Oh yeah, by the way, we're using Pig Latin for words that YouTube won't let us use, like Eaterfey. But I'm pretty sure the sippy cup bullshit is an Eaterfey thing, even though Rosee will swear, I think she even talks about it in this one, she will swear up and down that she doesn't do Edishfey content, especially Eaterfey, Edishfey content. But this makes no sense in any other context because she's 34. How do you not know how to drink from a cup with a straw like an adult? Nobody drinks like this except children. So what is your excuse? Anyway, I know it's a fixation. I'm sorry. But I can't let it go. It kills me every time. It's like the jaw clicking. I can't watch her eat either, you guys. It's totally not Eaterfey, though. She totally doesn't sit there and moan and smack her lips and slurp and belch and chomp and eye bang the camera while she gulps her food down, like literally like a pelican. She totally doesn't do any of that crap either. Sorry. All right. We're focusing. I don't think she eats in this one, thankfully. We could do this.
I am. So I talked a little bit about this. I'll talk about it in more detail a bit in the live. But I made an Instagram story. I actually panic deleted it this morning because I went to go share the trailer, which we'll get into in a second. But I went to go share the trailer and I realized it was gonna be buried under all those stories. And I was like, oh shit, because just content creator stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I have to make that the first story because Instagram algorithm. Well, anyway, so I meant to save it last night and I forgot. So I will recap kind of what I talked about in those Instagram stories on live. I mean, it wasn't nothing scandalous. I was just kind of talking about some new stuff. Also, I shared the song you sent me, the Rosee by Passenger.
The Rosee by Passenger song that's about a cat. A cat? Didn't Passenger write a song about a dog too? Like The Life of a Dog or something? I don't remember. I don't listen, but nothing against Passenger. I just don't listen.
Oh my god.
It's a good song.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, in the chat, Drazen, Dr. Watson, Brittany, hello.
My theory about Remy is that he wants to have a couples channel, or he wants to be part of Rosee's channel, and Rosee cannot share the limelight, and so she's not going to let him. So he's either going to have to start his own channel, which no one's going to follow, or he's just going to have to give up on trying to be part of her channel. She is not capable of, her ego is not capable of sharing that space. She can't share it with her mom. She can't share it with her brother. She's not capable of sharing that space, and she's not going to share it with Remy.
Hello.
Hello, user. I don't know. So, one of the first things I want to say out the gate is, this documentary is not about me, obviously.
Isn't it, though? If you try hard enough, everything's about Rosee. Sorry.
And like, I'm really excited that not only part of it, but like a very, how can I word this? A very integral part in the early process.
But it's not about me. I'm just glad that I was part of it, and I was an integral part of the early process of it. Okay, cool. And
I'm very excited that I had that opportunity. Thank you, Thiago. To help share this story, because I was like watching the TikToks Kimmy was making as a lot of the events that are going to be covered in this situation were uncovered, and I have my own plot in it. So, okay.
I have my own plot in it. You've never been there. You were not invited to be there. I think she might know some of the people there. Maybe. But like, you didn't leave because you were never part of it. What integral part could you possibly be playing? I am genuinely interested to watch this, to see what part she could possibly be playing. Because from what I have seen of her conversations with Stefan about going there, about joining, she wanted to go to Nevada to be part of Paradise. Like, she was asking Stefan if she could go be part of Paradise because she wanted to join the poly scene in Nevada, particularly at Paradise. She was telling Stefan that she was poly and in an open relationship. Now, this was with her partner of 8 years who wasn't poly. That changes a lot of things about the stories she's been telling. But that's not uncommon for Rosee. So what part did you play? Because Stefan didn't invite you to join, so you didn't have to escape. I've never heard any of the people mention your name. You've never mentioned Paradise before, in my knowledge. Like, other than to be like, oh yeah, Paradise exists, but that's like a casual mention of it. Like, I'm genuinely curious to find out what part you play in this, and like, how much of this did you make up in order to bamboozle ID into having you be part of their expose? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like you made up a bunch of bullshit and lied to... it's ID, right? And lied to these people so that they would make you part of this show. And they obviously didn't do enough background on you. Or maybe they just... they didn't care. Maybe they're like, ooh, drama. Maybe they were like, you're a train wreck. Yeah. You know, I mean, maybe they were like, you're lying out your ass. Perfect. I mean, you know, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's exactly what they wanted. But so that I'm just kind of like, okay, if the premise of the show is escaping Paradise, you were never there. What are you escaping? It's not Stefan. It's not the community of Paradise. It's not polyamory. What are you escaping? Okay. Is it Nevada in general? Anyway.
Okay, I'm a little out of the loop. What's this trailer coming out on? So first of all, I have it linked to the pinned comment. I have it on my YouTube community chat post. I shared the reel on my Instagram. I stitched the TikTok. Choose your platform. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Come back once you watch it. Yeah, I made it.
You guys, go watch my thing. Go watch my thing. Go. I'm in it for like 3 seconds. Go watch my thing. Go watch it. Go watch me. Go. Me. Me. Sorry. I know, baby. I'm sorry. That was a bit much. I'm sorry. Me.
Very easily accessible for y'all. So please give it a watch.
She's incredibly giddy about this.
Obviously, I haven't seen it yet, and
I know she means the show. I know she means like the whole ass show. It was just very weirdly timed. Go watch this thing. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet. Why am I watching a thing you haven't seen yet? Why are you telling me to go watch this thing? She doesn't mean. I know what she means. It's just worded weirdly, very strangely timed. Go on.
I don't want to share too many details about like the actual production or project itself. Because
so let's discuss why I went to Vegas and updates from my week featuring Remy. So you're not going to tell us anything, and we're going to have to sit here and listen to you and Remy make eyeballs at each other. I don't think many people actually give a shit about Remy, and not to be too mean about it. He's kind of boring. Though, to be fair, Remy is a more complete person than Rosee is. He's just kind of a low-key person. Look, I am not an interesting person either. I don't know why y'all find me interesting, but I'm really not that interesting of a person. And maybe Remy is a far more interesting person than he's allowed to be when he's around Rosee online, and maybe that's just the thing, right? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe if Remy did have his own channel, he could be more interesting, right? He has the potential, right? He has some interesting quirks ish. So the potential might be there, but when it's Remy with Rosee, he's boring as fuck. And she's boring as fuck in general. Like, these kind of moments, these are really the only reasons I'm here. Because when she's done being excited about this, which later on, by the way, she's going to attribute this moment of excitement. She's going to call this hypermania. And she's going to be calling this hypermania for the rest of the week. And she's going to attribute this hypermania to her MDD, which she is diagnosed with. She's going to say that this is part of her PDD, but she's going to mispronounce it and call it PMDD. And she's going to attribute this to her MDD, both of which are depressive disorders. That's what the DD, yeah, depression disorders. One is major and the other one is persistent. To my knowledge, she does not have PMDD, but I might be wrong about that one. PMDD is part of your premenstrual depressive disorder. I don't recall her verifying that she has that one. She may have diagnosed herself with that one, because she diagnoses herself with a lot of things. So I think that one, if she does claim to have that one, I feel like that one is one that she has diagnosed herself with. But she has been verifiably, for her, diagnosed with MDD and PDD. Right. And this hypomania that she's going to claim for the rest of the week after this is her in her hypomania right now. She's just excited that she's on a television show, right? And she's excited that the trailer has dropped for the show that she's on. How is this hypomania? This isn't hypomania. Anyone would be excited. Like, even my ass would be excited. Anyone would be excited about this. Anyone whose project that they had worked on would be excited to see that it's about to come to fruition. That's kind of the point. That's not mania. that she's going to bank off of this being mania for the rest of the week. And then get mad at us because we're like, yeah, but that's literally the point of MDD. It doesn't have mania. That would be bipolar. You would be bipolar if you had mania episodes. Now, I did look it up, and according to the AI, which can never be wrong, apparently MDD can have like these really rare instances of hypomania. I forget what it's called, but it's very rare for it to occur in MDD, with MDD. So of course Rosee has it. And I have never in the entire history of her talking about having MDD and PDD, I have never heard her talk about having hypomania before. Ever. So this is literally brand new for me. If those of you who have been following her for longer, which I think is 3 of you, have ever heard her talk about having a hypo or hyper or whatever mania episode before, let me know, because obviously it's probably missing from her channel at this point. But I have never heard her talk about it. And I have heard her say that she has definitively been told that she is not manic, that she does not have bipolar, which would rule out manic episodes. So this is bullshit. She's just excited that her show is coming out. Again, anybody would be. All right, anyway. We're never getting through this.
Guys, first of all, I want to see it. And second of all, there's like a lot of stories and a lot of experiences that are very important and need to be highlighted and need to be talked about.
Like mine, my story doesn't have anything to do with anything. That story needs to be heard.
And that's why, because I did get a comment that I want to address for it. Because somebody was like, you said on your live you would never go to the Paradise House, da da da. I did say that. And
yeah, I did say that. Okay. That face. She is very expressive.
I meant it.
Uh-huh.
So
I meant it. And I'm an expert on Paradise because I've never been there.
So if you want to know more, we can debrief that after the documentary's happened.
We can debrief that? Okay. That's not how it works, but whatever.
And you can watch it.
Really? We can? Sorry, not this face. That face. That face, right? That face. Yeah. I'm so much better than all of you. Okay.
But there's a reason I'm involved, and that's all I'm gonna say.
You've never been there. You just verified that. You would never go. You just verified that. What could it possibly be? Are you like secretly part of the CIA? Was this some kind of undercover sting? Like, is Rosee really playing 5D chess and I just am really not capable of seeing it? Because that'd be great. I'm here for it. I am ready for the day that one of these girls just like whips out the chessboard and it's just like, fuck all y'all. And it's just like, all right. I love that kind of crap. Like, I love things that totally catch me off guard like that. And I'm just like, well, shit. I love that kind of crap, all right? Because it doesn't happen a lot. All right. So if that's what's getting ready to happen, I'm excited. If that's what's getting ready to happen. If she's about to checkmate me, I'm here for it. Let's do it. I mean, let's go. Let's dance. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But I am really curious. You are definitely building my curiosity up. So if this is something really lame, when the 10th rolls around and I watch this and you're whatever, the reason that you're involved turns out to be something really lame, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna be really irritated. You're irritating my dogs, and I'm not gonna be happy about it. Anyhow.
And thank you, Farrah. Congratulations on your feature in the documentary. This is an interesting topic and a diabolical man behind that mansion.
Am I this expressive? Should I be this expressive? Are these life goals? Should I be working to be this expressive?
You know,
guys in the chat. Sorry, I'm just saying hi.
You're good, honey. But
shut up, Remy. Shut up, Remy. This is my moment to shine. Why are you even here?
Yeah, new name. That's a great question. It's gonna depend on what's included.
Can you read the question? You know what I really hate is when people don't read whatever they're reacting to when they're live. Like, just read whatever you're reacting to, because I can't read your mind, and I don't usually read the chat along with a live when I'm watching it back or when I'm watching it in general. So just tell me what you're reacting to. Just read it out loud.
I'm not involved in that process at all. There's a lot I'm going to find out along with you guys, and I don't want to discuss in huge detail the actual involvement, because
let's discuss why I went to Vegas. Or not.
It'll be available for streaming on HBO Max. I was speaking with production today about international aspects, because someone DM'd me about it. I was like, that's a great question. So it's being aired June 10th at between 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern time on Investigation Discovery, like on TV, and it'll be available for streaming on HBO Max streaming services.
So I won't be able to watch it on YouTube. Or will I? And I'll just have to, like, buy it? Do I have HBO? I don't know. Wait. Do I have any ability to watch this? I don't know.
So for the people in the back, if you're worried about this aspect, you know, these types of things are not paid for. It's a documentary, so, like, I don't financially benefit from it. So, like, you don't have to feel any kind of way about that.
You got paid to be there. You got a free vacation to Nevada, and then they paid for you to do all the shit that you did while you were in Vegas. You bitched about it the whole time. Like, they didn't give you enough money, apparently, but you got a free vacation out of it. So
but it's just far more important that these experiences are discussed,
and also you got paid in exposure. Like, we just went over how much your views went up, but
yeah. Alex, hey girl, what a cool opportunity to share your story. Honestly proud of you for not spilling even the slightest beans. Thank you, Ali. You followed me for a long time, so you know me.
I am kind of impressed, actually. I will give her that. I am kind of impressed. So, you know, props where props are due.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. This is a big deal.
Thank you. Yeah.
For you.
It's so funny because I actually went through my emails and I realized
she does not want him talking.
Like, almost to the day. Like, it was only off by, like, well, maybe almost the day might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's like within a few weeks of today, 2 years ago was when this project was starting.
Today, it's okay, I was wrong. I was just watching the bye, Bubby. Right when you get work. I was just watching the video where Stefan was sharing the conversation he had with Rosie about getting into his Discord for Paradise, and he said it was 6 years ago. So that would make it 2020-ish that she tried to get into the Discord. So, okay. So if she says that this started 2 years ago, that would be 2024. Right. So she would have, if that was 6 years ago from today, that would have been, 2020-ish. So I guess 4 years after she joined the Discord, or, yeah. Right. So what were you escaping, the Discord? I don't understand. Anyway, but I'm glad I checked that. Okay, so anyway, timeline-wise, she apparently joined the Discord around 2020. It's 2026, in case someone's watching this in the wee future. Obviously, you're not watching it in the past. So she says that this project, to the day almost, started 2 years ago, which would have put it in 2024 somewhere, I guess May of 2024. So there you go. Which means that it would have been 4 years after she was in the Discord for Paradise, which is the closest she got to Paradise, according to Stefan and herself. So here we go.
So it's just crazy. It was a testament of my. Okay, Laganja. Okay, is that I saw someone use that name in the trailer comments, and I'm like, what the fuck is that from? Remington bolt action rifle.
Okay, we're gonna jump over this, I hope, but someone makes a snide comment under the video, preview about Remington bolt action rifle, because that's a Remington, and Remy has to explain to her what a Remington is, because apparently Rosie's never heard of a Remington. And then she's like, oh, I think that's cool. Sweetie, that's what the trolls are calling him, but whatever. I mean, if you want to own it, it is a Remington. I mean, they are considered very good rifles, so I guess. Anyway.
What? I will move past that then. Hey, Carget. But, can you do a what I eat in a day vlog? What I used to do? June time's about to be lit. Hey.
Okay, are we talking about this anymore?
Okay, guys, so much has happened. So first of all, my mom left. Womp womp. Lame. The first, I was like, that was kind of the reason why the first couple days after 4 months. So we spent the day together. And why I feel like I had a huge energy burst is the reason. Yeah. So I started realizing that I was like having all these like weird symptoms and stuff, and then it kind of like came to me because I don't talk about my MDD a lot, but I was like, I realized at that point, because at first I wasn't streaming for different reasons. And then I was like, why do I feel like weird? Like, what's going on? And I just kind of did some self-assessments and was like, oh shit, I think I'm hypomanic. I haven't experienced that in a long time. So I've just been kind of like dealing with that. And
she's never talked about being hypomanic before with her MDD, by the way. So this is literally the first I've ever heard of it. Maybe she's mentioned it before and I've not been here for it, but I've literally never heard her talk about it before. So
I wasn't gonna go live yesterday, and I said on my stories yesterday that I may or may not go live today. And I woke up to this news, like, because I didn't know when it was dropping. Like, they don't share that stuff. So I didn't know when. I just knew it was upcoming. And yeah, they're really weird about that. I didn't even know what the platform was until today. I had my suspicions, but so
I am in awe as well. So I guess I really can't. It's just she's doing this so much.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay, I have to go live today. I have to. Like, I got to talk about this. Because, and I just want to say this too, because like I'm seeing the comments on the trailer, like I'm not reading them in depth, to be honest. I've had to just skim them.
One of the comments on the trailer was actually pretty funny because it said something to the effect of like, Rosie can't delete or moderate these comments because so she has to see what people honestly think of her now. ID still could moderate those comments, I suppose, but it was kind of a funny little comment to have, ha ha ha, you have to see what people think of you because you can't delete them yourself. And I was just like, well, yeah, I guess, but it is her comment section. She can do what she wants in it.
But I really don't want people's disdain for me
too late
to impact the stories that the victims are sharing in the documentary.
I don't think that'll be a problem. People aren't going to judge the other people in the documentary because you're there. It's not like those people had anything to do with you, including Stefan. None of them had anything to do with you being there. That's not like they all voted you onto the island. That's, matter of fact, sounds like they all voted you off. That seems to be a running theme, actually, in your life. People whatever group you manage to get in with tend to vote you out. So I don't know why you think people would judge the other people in that documentary because you're there. No one's going to do that. Everyone wants to know what the fuck you are, why you're there, because you don't have anything to do with it. They're looking at the other people who have legitimate stories, legitimate complaints, who are possibly legitimate victims. I'm just saying that for, CYA. And then Stefan, who is obviously Stefan. Like, those people are legitimately connected to Paradise. And then there's you. One of these things is not like the other. That's not... No one is judging the others. Everyone's judging you. We're all trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing there. Again, maybe this is 5D chess. I'm here for it. I mean, move that king. I'm ready for this. Let's go. Like, let's play. But I highly doubt that's what's happening here. I highly doubt that's what's happening. Don't get me wrong. I'm no grandmaster, but I don't think I need to be.
I really hope that is respected.
No one's going to disrespect any of the actual victims on that show because of you. Don't worry. No one is going to discount them because of you. You're not detracting from that. Don't worry, Rosie. But it's funny that you think you're important. This is Rosie. Rosie thinks she's so important that her mere presence could actually pull attention away from real victims. That just hit me. Rosie legitimately thinks that she is so much more important and so much more visible than anyone else in this show, including Stefan, that she will pull attention away from the legitimate victims in this show. She doesn't even know how much she's in this show. She made that little clip of her in the preview might be the only time she's in the show. That could be it. That not even 3 seconds, that might be it for her. So, but her ego is so fucking large that she thinks her mere presence in this show is going to be enough to derail everyone else. No? I mean, maybe it's enough to draw some more attention to the show just because more people are going to watch because they want to know what the fuck you're doing there, and therefore we're going to watch because, we by default we have to, but it's not going to make me not believe the other people. I know you lie. That doesn't mean the other people do as well. I question ID's judgment, but they're a production company. Their job is to make sensationalized bullshit. That, again, does not take away from the other people that are on the show. It just means that ID is going to put things in the most sensationalized light that they can. It means I have to be even more critical in general of the show. It doesn't mean the other people are lying. You are, probably, because that's what you do. But, you being present doesn't have anything to do with anyone else on the show. Does that mean that, since using your stupid logic and you being there invalidates the victims, does that mean you being there validates Stefan? Should I then, because you're there, believe Stefan? Is that your logic? Because that's kind of how this argument's going. You're worried that people are not going to believe the victims because you're there. Would that also mean you're worried people are going to believe Stefan because you're there? I guess I can kind of see that, actually. Here's the thing. Two people can be garbage at the same time. And one of them can be right about the other one. We've seen this before in Girl World, okay? Stefan can be garbage and also be right about Rosie. Just putting it out there. And I'm not the only person to say that. I'm not the only person to try to point that out to everybody. Like, we don't have to like Stefan for him to be right about Rosie, especially when Stefan is the one bringing screenshots that line up with time and reality. It looks like he's used to covering his ass. So he has shown conversations that he had with Rosie from 6 years ago now. So where's yours? I mean, he showed us his. Let's show. I don't really want to see. Never mind. Anyway, more things I can't scrub from my memory. That's kind of what is actually happening. But that's the reason why, the main reason why I will take Stefan's word over yours is because Stefan has brought evidence, and you never do. You never do. And you're probably not gonna. Which is another reason why I'm like, this show, like, what the hell did you tell them? Anyway, let's go. I think she's almost done. I think she's almost run herself down.
Like, I mean that with my full chest.
Uh-huh.
And I'm excited to be a part of it in the way that I can help highlight the stories and share my experiences.
What do you have to do with highlighting the stories of the victims? What do you have to do with any of the victims?
In relation to my own story, which I do have
my own story
linked in the description as well. Also, I also have the trailer linked in the description. And I went ahead and I also linked, in case anybody who's newer, who isn't aware, I linked my original podcast interview that is like kind of how I became involved in this project. Retroactively? Yeah, is that the right, that's the right word. Yeah?
Retroactively?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, sorry, got a notification.
So her retroactively, which is not the word she's looking for, she has her We're All Insane podcast. So she's saying that the way she got involved in this project was they saw her on the We're All Insane podcast, where her Grey into Eaterfayism. So someone from ID saw her on that, or someone from that was involved with ID, and they were like, we need you in this production about Paradise. You who have never been involved with Paradise in any way, shape, or form other than the Discord that you apparently quickly left after you joined because there was no Eaterfay section. You are the one we need to come and talk for the victims. Really? Why? Now I really need to know.
What's I saying, babe?
You were just talking about the trailer and what led up to it, like the podcast.
Oh, I have the interview linked in my description as well. Just to have a direct way to link it, and for anyone who may be interested in seeing it, because I think it's just going to give good context to some of the things that I discussed. Because again, this isn't about me, so I mean, I'm curious to see.
But it's totally about me. All right. Are we doing on time? Yeah.
What they do and don't keep. A lot of my stuff that I used to have up, Michaela, was removed during the demonetization gate. I was a little overly cautious with deleting certain things.
Did you delete it, or did you just private it?
And my laptop is one of the reasons I haven't dealt with the video service stuff is like my laptop is, I regret picking this laptop.
Okay, anyway. I think she's done now. And we even got to talk about the MDD. Lucky us. Lucky you. Happy you. Right. I think we've hit on all the major topics here. All we really have is like her getting pissy, which we'll do in another video, I think. There's still some good stuff to talk about in here. We'll get to it in another video because we're creeping up on like an hour and a half at this point. But if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a pair, why not, down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think down below. Did you see the before this video? Did you see the preview? I know you guys hate, well, not you guys. I know a couple of you are not crazy when I like pause things, but like it's called a reaction. I'm sorry. I have to. It's literally I have to. So if you didn't like me stopping it every 5 seconds, go watch it without me talking over it. I'll try to remember to link it down below. If not, you could go to Rosie's channel where she's linked it in like 9,000 different ways, because did you know? But anyway, yeah, did you see it before you came here? Did you know? I'm like, for realsies, did you even know she was going to be doing this? Do you guys remember the trip to Vegas where she was being all hush hush and secretive about it, but she was still being very like, oh, you guys, I'm part of some big project. I am glad I like double checked that timeline, because otherwise that was going to make things really suspicious. But it unfortunately, well, fortunately for her, worked out. Unfortunately for me, I was looking for drama. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this. I think I might need to update my little timeline for her with the posted notes. I think I need to do like an actual like well written out timeline, honestly. Something that isn't just like weirdo posted notes in Canva. Fun as it is to look at. But that's all I got for you guys, really. We will come back to more of this, because it's not just this one. There's another public live where she kind of comes back to this and the repercussions of this bullshit. And I feel like there was some stuff in the members only, but I am no longer a member, because I refuse to pay for the crap that she's subjecting her members to. So... And also, I feel like it all gets repeated in the public lives anyway. I don't think there's anything that only gets said in the members stuff, I guess is where I was trying to go with that. So I do want to go over all of that as well. And, you know, with Amber burning out like a star in the night, sure. And Anna has closed for business. I don't cover foodie. You're the last girl standing, Rosie. Congrats. You are the queen of girl world, because you're the only one here. You win by default. Congrats. That's how everyone likes to win, by default. So yeah, so we'll come back and cover the rest of this at a later date, but... Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget your emoji is a pair. Yeah, let me know about the MDD thing. If she's mentioned having the hypomania. I think that's what she called it. Before, I really don't remember her saying it. I stand 10 toes down on that one. But I could be wrong, so let me know. And... yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. So I will see everybody in the next one, where we will again have the beautiful yellow dress. So
this
bye.
Is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me, because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.